Make today iconic. What is up, guys? It's Upcome Sports here with a Sacramento Kings super realistic rebuild, part 1 of this series. Here are the objectives for the Kings in this one. We are going to be in start today mode. So if you guys are new to the channel, do know that I use trade override for most of my trades in realistic rebuilds, and that is not to cheat or get an advantage or make things easier. That is just for the fans. Give them a better perspective on what they can actually accomplish. And also, I react a lot to the actual game. So if something happens in the game that we don't know what's going to happen in the NBA in the future, so I try to make trades based on that. And I also give my reasonings as to why I make these trades. So this is the Sacramento Kings roster. De'Aaron Fox is an 83 overall. Took a huge step in his second season. Buddy Hield becoming a star in the league, averaging 20 points per game, shooting absolutely amazing from 3 especially. Harrison Barnes, who they just acquired in a trade just before the trade deadline. Willie Cauley-Stein is going to be a restricted free agent. Marvin Bagley did get hurt, but he was having a pretty nice rookie season. Beyond that, everyone else is expendable, but I am also going to be putting storylines on the draft. If you guys don't know what this is, basically it makes a more interesting, more realistic draft. So I don't know any of the player ratings after this. They get all mixed up and everything, and anyone can have any different rating, but that's going to add to the realism. And here I'm also going to be using player mentorship. If you guys don't know what this is, younger players are mentored by older, more veteran guys to learn their badges. And like Harry Giles can learn from Willie Cauley-Stein. Frank Mason, even though he's on the older side, can still learn some badges. Marvin Bagley can be mentored by Harrison Barnes in this case. So here's going to be the rotation for the rest of the 2018-2019 season. The Kings are 32-31, so they're currently in the playoffs, but I don't know if the sim is going to treat us correctly, so we're probably going to fall out of the playoffs just barely, or we might get in as the A seed, who knows, but we're going to keep the same system. So in this season, James Harden is going to win the MVP for the Rockets. Luka, Rookie of the Year. Montrez, 6th man. Buddy Hield gets Most Improved. Definitely had a huge spike in his numbers in his 3rd or 4th season. But checking out the All-NBA teams, we're obviously not going to have anyone on a team or a defensive team. Rookie teams, though, Marvin Bagley does make it. He is back and healthy. So checking out the standings, we were fighting for a playoff spot, but we just fell out and we were not able to get there. As I said, the simulation's not really going to treat us as real life would, and Kings surprising a lot of people this season, but here are the player stats. Everyone doing pretty okay. So this season, it is going to be a Warriors-Celtics finals, which could happen in real life, or the Sixers could be there instead, but it looks like the Celtics are going to win it. Kyrie Irving finals MVP. So here in the draft lottery, we do have the updated odds, but we don't have our first round pick. The Celtics are going to have it, but it isn't going to be too good anyway. So since we're still in a rebuilding mode, sort of, we haven't made the playoffs still, we're going to trade for a first round pick from the Celtics. They have 4 first round picks, so they don't really need that many first rounders. And it's going to be number 30 for 2 second round picks, 1 now and 1 in the future. So with the last pick in the first round, we're going to select Brian Bowen out of Penn State, 6'8", small forward, 202. Looks like a really athletic guy and can shoot the ball, so hopefully he's going to be nice for us off the bench. And we do have 2 second round picks, so we're going to select Nazron Reed out of LSU, 6'10", center, 240 pounds, and he's going to be a project player. He's not going to be good right off the bat, so he'll probably be in the G League. And with our other second round pick, we're going to select Tyus Battle out of Syracuse, 6'8", small forward. Syracuse having a really nice season in real life in the college basketball world, but Tyus Battle, very athletic wing. So here's going to be the roster for the second season, and we didn't really sign anyone. We did go after Vucevic. We offered him a max deal, but we instead got Cauley-Stein on a 2-year deal with a team option, so 3-year deal with a team option. And we didn't really get anyone in free agency, as the Kings probably won't in real life, unless they throw some mid-tier free agent a lot of money. But we did bring back Harrison Barnes. He accepted his player option, and we're going to send Naz Reid, and also Tyus Battle to the G League, see if they can progress a little bit. Same coach. So here at the trade deadline, we're going to see how we're doing currently with the Kings. We are currently the number 3 seed in the West. I was not expecting this at all, but maybe our young guys took the next step. Maybe Fox and Bagley are both averaging incredible numbers. We'll see. So the Joker, Jokic, is going to win the MVP for the Nuggets in the second season. Zion, Rookie of the Year. Giannis, Defensive Player. And Mike Budenholzer, Coach of the Year. Checking out the All-NBA teams, no one on the Kings, which is kind of surprising. We had a really nice season, but no rookies either. Checking out the standings, we did make the playoffs this season. Finally making the playoffs for the Kings. Breaking that playoff drought, which I think will probably happen in real life for this actual season, because the Lakers are not looking good at all. But we'll play the Thunder in the first round. Very tough team. Buddy Hield with a nice season, especially shooting wise. De'Aaron Fox picking it up with his playmaking. Everyone else having an okay season. Bagley kind of took a little bit of a step as well. So first round of the playoffs here against the Thunder. If we can just get a game, I would be happy with that. Please don't get swept, and the fans will at least have something to look forward to. Get that playoff experience for the young guys. But it looks like we are going to get swept. Doesn't really matter for this season. We're not really ready. Next season will probably be our biggest test. And then Fox had a nice game in this one. Bagley, though, shot absolutely horrible from the field. Paul George with a nice game. Jeremy Lin dropping 30. Okay, Westbrook didn't really play well. And the Thunder actually make it to the finals against the Sixers. We'll see if the Thunder actually become champions. Then we can say we lost to the champs. And they actually sweep the Sixers. Westbrook is the finals MVP. So here in the draft lottery, we don't have a lottery pick, but we do have our first round pick, which won't be too high. So we'll see what we can get at that selection. So with our first round pick, we're going to select Sharif O'Neal out of UCLA, 6'10" power forward. I'm not sure if he's actually going to declare for the draft in this year or what happens. So I will take this pick. He falls to us, and we'll see what happens with him. So this is what the roster is looking like. Fox and Bagley are progressing pretty nicely. Buddy Hield, we did offer him. Actually, we matched an offer that he got from, I believe, the Bulls. Gave him an offer. Harrison Barnes, we also brought back on a 3-year deal. So we don't really have that much money left to give out in free agency. Plus, no free agents are really going to come here unless we start winning. But this is the rotation. The bench is kind of iffy, but we're going to work on that throughout the next couple seasons. And Naz Reid is still going to go in the G League. So is Sharif O'Neal. Project players right there. So here at the trade deadline, no All-Stars for us yet. But we are currently the 8th seed in the playoffs. So we're not looking too bad. Definitely a decline from last season. And we haven't really had any injuries, so we can't really blame it on that. No chemistry issues. Stephen Curry is going to win the MVP for the season, averaging nearly 30 a game. Nearly 40 a game. Gobert, Defensive Player, and Brett Brown, Coach of the Year for the Sixers. Checking out the All-NBA teams, it looks like De'Aaron Fox actually makes it on the All-NBA third team. That is nice. His playmaking is insane at this point. 10 assists per game, and also a 20-point per game scorer. That is really nice progression from Fox. So we will check out the standings, and we did make the playoffs. We barely snuck in as the 7th seed, even though we had pretty similar records as last season. But we're playing the Warriors in the first round, and they still have KD and Clay, so that's going to be rough. But Marvin Bagley kind of declined a little bit. Don't like seeing that at all. Everyone else having a pretty good season. Checking out our offensive stats, we were about middle of the pack. On defense, we were top 10. Okay, so I checked out the Warriors roster, and I was actually lying. They don't have KD. They only have Clay, Draymond, and Steph, but still going to be a challenge here. And we're down 2-0, and we win a game finally winning a playoff game. That is nice for the young guys. getting that experience. And we are down 3-1 though, so we might hop in here and get some gameplay, show out the team a little bit. So a close game here in the playoffs, tied at 98. Oh, a nice steal there from Willie Cauley-Stein. De'Aaron Fox driving it up. Buddy Hield open for 3. Green light, baby. He's cash. We'll get it into Cauley-Stein in the post. Mismatch. Easy bucket. Up 5 now. This is going to be very good for the young guys' experience. Playing in a tough, close game against the Warriors on the road. So they get it into Clay. Buddy Hield on him, not the best defender, and Clay gets it to go. 3-point game now. We'll see what we can do on offense, but we'll probably run a pick and roll here with Bagley and Fox. See if we can get something. Oh, I kind of saw him a little bit late. He was open off the pick and roll. Draymond pulls up mid-range. That is broken. Absolutely not, Draymond. What are you thinking? Oh, I see Buddy Hield. Yep, that is cash. I already know that is cash. I don't even have to wait. Timeout for the Warriors. Off the timeout, they get it to Curry, and that's going in. Yep, that is horrible defense. 3-point game now, and I already know what I'm going to do. Fox isolation. We're going to get him in the pick and roll, get him an open shot here on Curry, and we're going to drain it down a little bit, get a 2-for-1, drain some clock. Pick and roll here. Fox putting on the moves. Oh my God, get sauced, Curry. Open mid-range is cash. Warriors need to get another timeout. De'Aaron Fox with the saucy moves. So, checking out the stats for that game here, and we're down 3-2, but it doesn't really matter. Curry went off, though. He had 40 points, but Daniel Gafford had a double-double. Klay Thompson had a nice game. De'Aaron Fox, though, with 22 and 14 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. Bagley with a nice game, but we are down 3-2, so we are going to lose here in 6 games, but we still got a lot of rebuild left ahead of us. So De'Aaron Fox with a pretty bad shooting game here against the Warriors. Bagley also shot pretty badly. Buddy Hield shot absolutely terrible, 2 for 14. Klay had a nice game. Curry went off, so that's what happens. And it's going to be a Thunder-Sixers finals here. Sixers back-to-back finals appearances. Actually, I think it's a rematch of last year's finals. So Ben Simmons is going to win the finals MVP. Do the Kings have enough talent to compete for a championship? Can Fox and Bagley turn into superstars in the NBA? Watch part 2 to find out. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment on the road to 285 subscribers.